low power.
From the short video shown just now, we can notice that the workplace is exposed to electrical hazards. Therefore, risk assessment should be carried out in order to estimate the magnitude of risk and decide whether or not the risk is tolerable. Before that, let's understand what does risk means. Risk is the chance or probability of harm being done. It can be calculated through the multiplication of the severity and the likelihood of harm. Now, let's estimate the risk score for the electrical hazards in the office just now. Overloaded circuit and damaged wire are very common and most likely to happen in the workplace. Therefore, the likelihood rating is 5. While for the severity, we know that electrical shock can lead to fatal injury. Thus, the severity rating is 4. Hence, the risk score is about 20, which is categorized as high risk, and immediate action is required to control the hazard as detailed in the hierarchy of control. So now, let's look into the hierarchy of control. From here, we can see that the most effective way to control the hazard is elimination, which is physically remove the hazard, followed by substitution, which is replace the hazard. The least effective control is by protecting the workers with personal protective equipment, PPE.
Then I will continue to explain the action plan. For risk 1, water spill on electrical devices. We should not put water bottles or cups near the electrical device, as there is no electrical equipment that should be operated or even switched in case of contact with water. Water greatly increases the risk of electrocution, especially if the equipment has damaged insulation. If this situation happens, switch off the main power connection, then unplug all the wet or damp equipment. Make sure you use a cloth to switch off and unplug to prevent electric shock. For risk 2, overloading circuit. Electrical socket should not overloaded with extension wire. If there are too many devices plugged into a circuit, the current will heat the wire to a very high temperature, which will cause a fire. If the wire insulation melts, arcing may occur and cause a fire in the area where the overload exists or even inside a wall. So, we should unplug the devices that are overloading the circuit. For risk 3, damaged cable. As mentioned in hierarchy before, the most effective control is elimination followed by substitution, which can be applied here. The damaged cable must be thrown away and replaced with a new one. This is because the damaged wire or cable may cause electric shock or fire. Besides, we can also buy a cable protector to increase the lifetime of cable.
After the risk control action plan being carried out, the severity rating can be reduced to 2, which is minor consequences, where it may cause disability but not permanent injury, while the likelihood of harm may reduce to 3, conceivable, which might occur at some times in future. Therefore, the risk score reduced from 20 to 6, which is from high risk to medium risk.